around the world. You're doing great things around the world. Yeah, you're doing great things around the world. You're doing great things around the world. Great things, yeah.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Diaspora Link. My name is Diallo Sumbry. I am your host. I'm very excited about our interview today. Our guest is Mr. Ike Anderson, straight out of Jamaica, here in Ghana. Let's get into this interview and let's find out what has brought Ike and his family from Jamaica to Ghana. We are here at Diaspora Link, and as we do every episode, before we dive into this interview with our guest, let's see if we can find out a little bit more about our guest before he gets to explaining his interview. Ike.
Yes.
This is really simple.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you some choices.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to choose one and say why.
Hey.
Simple, right?
Simple.
Very simple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You ready?
What's the trick?
There's no trick.
All right, let's do it.
There's no trick. I'm just going to give you two choices. You choose one and then say why.
All right, cool.
You ready? Okay. Reggae music versus Afrobeat.
Hey, reggae music.
Why?
It's my culture.
All right. How about this? Coming from Jamaica, I gotta do this one. Rice and peas versus jollof rice.
Bro, why would you do that?
I have to. I absolutely have to. Because I'm from Jamaica.
Yeah, bro.
And
but
rice and peas is just not a thing. It's a big thing.
But I'm living in Ghana. You want them to kill me, bro?
Don't worry about it. We're not going to post the address. You got to choose one.
Hey, bro, that's like asking to choose your favorite child, and that's not possible.
That's the next question, bro. That's the next question.
Bro, I pass. Next.
No, there's no passing. There's no passing. Woo. Rice and peas or jollof rice?
Jollof with some peas in it.
That's halfway. Watch that. Okay, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you slide. All right, next one. Football, as they say it in Africa, versus basketball.
Football.
Did you play soccer growing up? Did you play football?
That's all I played, yes.
That's all you played.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that wasn't fair because
well,
Jamaica, Europe, Africa, every place in the world they play soccer except in the U.S., really. It's a big sport.
Football.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. All right. Okay, so here we go. Mm-hmm. Football versus cricket.
Football.
Did you play cricket?
I did, but the ball was too hard and you catch it.
Football was easier.
Yeah.
Okay,
football.
How about this? Now, I'm a foodie, right? Jamaica and Ghana actually have two very similar dishes. Here we go. Rice and peas. Proper rice and peas, right? Not the little green frozen peas, but the proper pigeon peas that comes in rice and peas versus wache.
Come on, man.
Proper coconut milk, rice, pigeon peas, proper rice and peas.
That's a very tough one.
Which one? You take it too long. You might not even be able to go back to Jamaica.
That's what I'm saying. Or I can't live in Ghana.
You can't live in. Choose one.
I say rice and peas because I like the milk in it.
Okay, it's
the coconut milk.
It's the coconut milk.
Yes.
Okay, I said proper, and I even though I can't eat that. All right. Next one, Jamaican dance hall dancing versus Ghanaian Afrobeats dancing.
See, they're cousins.
So which is your favorite cousin? Which is your favorite cousin? Because I've seen dance hall. Dance hall is taking a turn from back in from the 90s to now, and now it's a little kind of crazy, and so is Afrobeats is taking a turn. So, and you've seen enough of both to be able to say which one you prefer.
Of course. I love the African rhythm. And I like how it's on beat.
Okay.
But I have to give it to my country.
To Jamaican dancehall.
Yes.
Okay.
It's very passionate. Yeah. Very passionate.
Got you.
Yeah.
Western clothing, wear, fashion versus African fashion.
Ooh, African fashion for sure.
The African fashion.
Yes, absolutely. It's vibrant colors,
Okay.
all mixed in, different varieties. It's definitely African,
African fashion.
Yeah.
Okay. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we all have different choices. We all make different choices daily in our lives, sometimes without even thinking about the fact that we're making different choices. But the point is, our choices should not divide us or push us further apart. They should bring us closer together so we can work in unity. Those are our choices. Now, we're going to find out about Mr. Anderson's top 5. You didn't know this was coming. Top 5, I have 5 categories. It's really simple, really simple, like the last game. No hard choices at all, right?
Nothing's been simple or easy yet, but go ahead.
Top 5, I'm going to give you the category, and I want you to give me your favorite. Okay? It doesn't necessarily have to be your favorite. It could just be what you recommend.
Yeah.
Best book you've ever read.
Think and Grow Rich.
Think and Grow Rich. Got you. Why is that your best book?
Ah, man, that book is timeless. That book's been around for about 300 years or so.
Okay.
And it never gets old. Still relevant for today.
Got you. Your favorite food in the whole wide world? We know it's not wache, right?
You. Curry goat.
Curry goat.
Yeah.
Oh, ain't nothing like some good curry goat.
For
I'll
sure.
tell you right now. Okay. Favorite sport in the whole wide world?
Call it mixed martial arts.
Mixed martial arts. Okay. Your favorite musical artist of all time?
Peter Tosh.
Peter Tosh. Okay. Last but not least, your favorite place to vacation of all time?
Bali, Indonesia.
Bali, Indonesia. Nice. So now that we found out a lot about some of the choices that Ike would make, and we found out his top 5, let's dive into this interview and see what has brought him from Jamaica to Ghana. And welcome back to Diaspora Link. Again, I'm your host, Diallo Sumbry, and I am here with our guest, Mr. Ike Anderson. Ike, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Yes.
I appreciate you making the trek because I know you've come from a small distance to get here to our studio, so we do appreciate it. So,
My pleasure, brother.
talk to us a little bit about how you wound up in Ghana.
Ooh. So,
Go ahead.
go ahead. So in 2018,
Okay.
my family and I were on a journey traveling to different countries that made up our DNA. So we did a series of DNA tests, and Ghana, or whereabouts, was one of those countries on our travels. So we came we're supposed to be here for 2 weeks. We ended up being here for a month and a half, and just diving deep into the culture and more into why our DNA brought us here. So that's how we ended up here in the first time.
And you were coming from your hometown of?
Yeah, so I'm from Jamaica originally.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And yeah, but we were in London at the time.
Okay.
And so we started from Miami, actually, just mapping to the countries where we would go.
Okay.
And so Ghana was our 6th country during that leg of our travel.
It was the 6 of how many did you wind up doing in the end?
We ended up at 27
Okay.
within the 2.5-year travel that we did. And yeah, it was just divine timing and the right time when we showed up.
So whose idea was it? Did somebody just say, let's travel the world and see, like, where did that come from?
Well, the truth is, I think if you've done all the things that you're supposed to do, society tells you to do, or you get to a point in life when you really take a self-analysis and you're like, am I really living? Am I really doing the things that I was meant to be doing? I look at my kids. I mean, I have 3 younger kids, and I look at them, and am I giving them that example of what it means to live in the moment and just being authentic and connected? And a part of that was to see new things and to see other things. And then the question became, if we had all the time, the resources, there's no limitations on this planet, what would we do?
Wow.
And it said travel. Go see the world. And we love travel. We've done quite a bit before.
Right.
But purposeful travel.
Mm-hmm.
So I mentioned it to my wife, and she said, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I'm like, oh, no. I was just kidding. I was just joking. And
But
I guess once you say something, sometimes it becomes real.
Right.
So you got to be careful of what you say.
Right.
Or if you say something, make it empowering.
Mm-hmm.
So 8 months after that, we packed up and we left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what's your background before then? Because everybody, well, you mentioned if you do everything you're supposed to do,
Yeah.
right? So maybe some people haven't done. But let's talk a little bit about your background that afforded you the ability to be able to say, I'm going to take my family and go see the world. Like, what was your profession? What was your business? What were you into before you started traveling the world?
Yeah, good question. So I guess I'll answer it by saying, okay, yeah. So, no, because it's a loaded question, you know,
Okay.
and just to say I was this or I was that really doesn't, explain the idea behind the whole process. But I've always been fueled by achievement.
Okay.
Or by just thinking differently and doing things differently.
Okay.
So a part of that helped me being an entrepreneur,
Okay.
getting new ideas or seeing something being done and seeing how I can optimize it and make it better. So I started a digital marketing agency,
Okay.
Ran that for 13 years, and that's just simply online marketing, web development, lead funnels, all that stuff.
Got you.
And that thankfully created the opportunity for me to expand in other things like
Okay.
real estate,
Okay.
hedge funds, and different opportunities like that. So growing up, I was just very deliberate in the work that we were doing and, doing the business that we were doing.
Got you. I mean, that's important, and I'm going to get into a little bit about that later. Why I asked that question, why that's important, because you have people from all over the world who literally could choose to be anywhere that they want to be,
Yeah.
right? Or who have the ability to choose for how they want to live their life.
Absolutely.
But something brought them to Ghana or something brought them to Africa, right? Something pulled you here.
Yeah.
Right? So you said that Ghana was 6 of
7.
27. And of that 27, how many were African countries?
6.
6 were African countries. And which
Yes.
countries were they?
South Africa,
Okay.
Tanzania,
Tanzania.
Egypt. Which
Egypt.
a lot of people don't even think Egypt is Africa, but
It's crazy how people still think Egypt is not in Africa, right?
it is. It's crazy. Ghana, obviously.
Okay.
Kenya,
Okay.
and I don't know if you would consider Zanzibar or same thing. But
Definitely.
yeah,
Definitely.
so
It's
that was
another
it.
one. Okay, so what we're going to do right now, Ike, is play this game that we have called Africa in 60.
Woo!
It's not something that we've prepared you for because we want you to be on edge and
Oh
we want
boy.
to catch
Why
you
you
in the
doing
spot.
this to me, man?
So, as you all know, we do this every week with our episodes. With Africa in 60, we want to see how many African countries our guest can name in 60 seconds. It's
Bro.
simple. It's not, I'm sure you're going to name all 64, right?
No.
All right, so this is not a pass or a fail. It's just kind of a fun thing that we do here. So, has our timer started? Do we got 60 seconds on the clock? Can I get a 3 countdown? 3, 2, 1, go.
South Africa,
Yes,
Botswana,
yes,
Zimbabwe,
yes,
Mozambique,
yes,
Rwanda,
yes,
Kenya,
yes,
Uganda,
yes,
DRC,
yes,
Ghana,
yes,
Ivory Coast,
yes,
Senegal,
yes,
Sierra Leone,
yes,
Egypt,
yes,
Tanzania.
yes. Right next to Tanzania.
Ooh, Kenya,
Yes,
Congo.
yes.
Did I say Congo?
You said DRC, no problem.
Cameroon,
Yes.
Nigeria. Oh
Yes.
my God, they would kill me.
10 seconds.
Oh God, bro, don't do this, man.
5 seconds. Okay, done. Good job. That's a good job. That's a good job.
Don't do that to a perfectionist. I'm like, bro.
So one of the reasons why we do that is there are people, believe it or not, in the world who still believe Africa's a country.
Really?
There are people who are not clear that Africa is a continent.
Yeah.
There are people who are not clear that Egypt is within the continent of Africa, or really how large and massive the continent is.
Yeah.
And because this is Diaspora Link, you know, we focus on Africa and its full diaspora.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
just a little small, fun again. So talk to us a little bit about you being in Ghana. You've been to 27 countries. You've already been to 6 other African countries, right? Yeah. You've been to Europe. So you and your family have traveled around. Something had to have happened for you to come and go. Because I heard you earlier say the first time, right? So you left.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about you coming, leaving, and then deciding to come back. That's what I want to hear about.
Yeah, so when we left 2018, I was just in a state of, lack of a better term, my consciousness was like tearing open.
Okay.
Because of certain experiences here, going to certain places. And you get to understand that depending on where you are in your life, when you stand on certain places, it energetically will affect you.
Say that one more time. Just say it one more time.
Yes. Depending on where you are in your journey, when you stand in certain places, energetically it can affect you.
Okay.
That's what it was for me in Ghana. I was very sensitive to everything that was happening.
Wow.
So it wasn't an enjoyable experience. It wasn't fun. So when I left here, I was sad.
So, hold on. I got to stop you. It wasn't fun. It wasn't enjoyable. Is that because of you not being able to manage these energy surges, or was there something else?
So it's a mixture of everything. So it's really understanding the culture. First of all, Ghana is like a big Jamaica.
Okay.
So when I came, it was like your home. Automatically, I also felt that there's a lot of ancestral energy here for me. So I felt like even walking down the street, someone in my lineage somehow walked down that same street.
Right.
I felt when I went to some of the dungeons, not all, but some spoke to me, and it became very clear what was happening there for me. And it was just a little bit more than I wanted to take on at that time.
Okay.
And it was just a little bit more. So sometimes, again, you ask for things, and it starts showing up. You either confront it or you run away from it.
Right.
At that point, I'm like,
It's
it was
too much.
too much.
It's too much.
Yes.
I get it. I get too much.
Yeah. So,
So y'all left.
yeah, so we left, and then we went to India afterwards.
Okay.
And, you know, I think we landed in an amazing place where everything slowed down, and that was it. India is actually a part of my wife's ancestry, so that's where we went next.
And India is slower than Ghana? You said you slowed down a little bit.
Well, we
I
went
mean-
to South India,
Okay.
which is much different
Okay.
than, oh gosh. Yeah.
All right.
So it's totally different.
Okay.
So I was able to slow down and really put things in perspective and get some spiritual alignment while I was there.
Okay.
That compartmentalized everything that was happening and created much clarity for me.
Got you.
Yeah. So, yeah, when I left Ghana, I was saying that was it.
That was it. I'm done.
I'm
I
done
did
with
Ghana. Not coming back.
Not coming back.
I'm okay.
I'm good.
I'm
I was
good.
really good.
Okay.
So a bunch of friends that were coming back for year return, and they're like, dude, you've been there before. You should come back with us. I'm like, nope. Good. And
I've done my time.
I'm good. And I don't know. I felt some form of, I won't say responsibility for them coming back, because I know there's a crack here. And if it's not navigated a certain way, people can fall into it. So I came.
Okay.
And
You came with them to, you wanted to protect them from the cracks.
well, that's what it apparently was.
That's what happened. Okay.
Yeah, but it wasn't consciously. That's why.
Now, let's stop for a minute. I want to deal with this. I want to deal with the cracks, because there are a lot of people coming to Ghana,
Yes.
right? And being someone who was involved in helping to create the year of return, my mind is always asking myself and wondering, are we doing a good job of preparing people to come here? Or what is it that people need to do so that they don't fall into those cracks? Talk a little bit about your experience with some of those cracks and give some examples, and more importantly, how you resolved it.
Bro, I mean, so you see, that's the thing. And again, everyone's at a different place in their journey. When I travel, I have my wife and my 3 kids. It's 5 of us. Wherever we go, we're doing it together for the most part, right? So the way I look at things is a little bit different around safety, security, standard of living, you know, making sure that they're cared for.
Very important when you're traveling with your family.
Absolutely.
Very important.
So coming to Ghana, there's this mindset of we're going home. It's a feeling of we're going home. So when we land here, there's almost this feeling of, we're here. And our brothers and sisters here are like open arms. Akwaba, we love you. We're glad you're here. You're doing your pilgrimage. You're doing your journey. Let's Akwaba.
The big Aquaba.
Yes, but you realize over time, not everyone's with the same integrity.
Right.
And doesn't matter how you look at it. You look at it as a dollar sign. And for a lot of people, and I'll my disclaimer, not everyone,
Right.
but for a lot of people, it's what can they get from the interaction, the engagement. So that was an experience that I had that we had to rectify even for ourselves too.
Well, one of the important things that you did that I appreciate is you didn't indict the whole country.
No.
And you didn't indict all of the people of Ghana. And I'm
No.
always in conversations with people saying that you're going to find some problems.
Absolutely.
And you're going to find people who are not on the right side of history and integrity. But that doesn't mean that everybody in Ghana, is like that. So
Absolutely.
You ran into some of those challenges, and then you all left to go to India.
Yes.
Okay, so hold on. We're going to be right back. We're traveling with the Anderson family. We've gone from Jamaica to Ghana to India, and then now when we come back, we're going to talk about how they came back to Ghana. Peace, Global African family. My name is Diallo Sumbry. I'm a co-architect of Ghana's Year of Return 2019, and I'm the president and CEO of the Adinkra Group. For the past 5 years, we've been bringing loads and loads of people to Ghana. Many of them, their first time on the African continent, their first time putting their toes in the African sand, in the African soil. And so many people have had their life changed. Our Birthright journeys are curated cultural immersion journeys centered around reclaiming cultural identity, exploring your ancestral heritage, and celebrating African resilience. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our Birthright Journey Partner Program. It's really simple, and you really don't have to do much, other than email us at info@theadinkragroup.com. Now, what makes a great Birthright Journey partner for our program? Are you a leader? Are you an influencer? Are you that person that your family calls on to organize, or do you automatically know that that's your job? Are you somebody of status in your community? Are you a community leader? Are you that person in your church or in the school? If you are the ideal Birthright Journey partner. Do you believe that every person of African descent should have an opportunity to touch ground on the continent of Africa? If you are, then you are the ideal Birthright Journey partner. It's simple. We're going to show you how you can travel to Ghana for free. Not only can you travel to Ghana for free, but you can actually get paid to travel to Ghana. Really simple. Just contact us at info@theadinkragroup.com and set up a discovery call. You'll get to travel with your family and friends, you'll get to travel with your community, and the best part of it is that it'll be free for you. Or you'll even earn money doing it. So again, info@theadinkragroup.com. We look forward to seeing you in Ghana. We look forward to dancing with you in Ghana. We look forward to eating fufu, eating jollof, eating wache. make sure you contact us now, and we would love for you to become a Birthright Journey partner. Madasi. Welcome back to Diaspora Link. Your host, Diallo Sumbry, exclusively on Ghana Web, in conversation with Mr. Ike Anderson. Ike,
Yes.
Okay, so came to Ghana, left, went to India, came back. What called you back to Ghana?
So I would say Ghana called me.
Okay.
And we were actually, I guess, right during the middle of COVID. We were supposed to actually move to Mexico, which is one of the most, our favorite place on the planet. And it just occurred to me while I was sitting one day in deep meditation that what I'm resisting is actually what I need to be doing. And then I started having these memories when I was a kid. And I remember being 8 years old, and I'm like, why is there lines divided in Africa? Why isn't it one country like the United States? I started having these memories of everywhere that there's black people, I call it melanated people, we should all be together. And we should be able to work together across any borders or any seas. And one of the things I saw as we traveled, most of the countries, melanated population, are all in a depressed state for the most part. Doesn't matter where we went. There's a huge melanated population in Indonesia, in Bali, and some of these places that we went, and like some really amazing, sweet people. When we went to Australia, we saw the same thing there. And it just got deeper for me of like, this is something that I have to be a part of, is in playing some role in the liberation of my own mind, and then showing others or creating the path, if it aligns for others, for them to see that there's a way. Because it's not just about the money, but there's also another currency that we all have and we all carry, which is that spiritual currency. And really tapping into that. And when we tap into that, everything else opens up.
You know, that's interesting because when the Black Lives Matter movement kind of sprung and happened, and then there was this global support, people who may not have had the knowledge before, at that point realized what you just said, what you've seen with your own eyes, and that's that melanated people, people of color, people of the darker hue around the world in most situations are just not doing as well as other people.
Yeah.
Right? Are not doing as well as other people on the African continent and outside of the African continent.
And then the question becomes why?
That was my next question for you.
Ooh.
Why, in your experience, in your travel, from what you've seen, and not even necessarily why, but just, you know, embracing this experience with your family.
Yes.
Right? And are you sharing this information with your family? Is your family talking about these instances where everywhere you're going, you're seeing melanated people not necessarily in positions of power in the struggle?
Honestly, a lot of things you don't even have to bring up because these kids nowadays, they're untuned. They see things that I don't even see.
Right.
And we'll have the conversations. But it's important to understand history and understanding how we take that information and bring it today, and what do we do with that and move forward? Because you can't keep living in the past, but you got to acknowledge it, you got to see it, and there's some level of healing that has to be done to releasing some of those things as individuals and then as a collective to move forward. But there's a lot of things that went into all of that.
Okay. So Ghana called you back.
Yeah.
So Ghana called you back. You're here in Ghana. Your family is settled. So exactly what are you doing in Ghana now?
Yeah, so remember, Ghana has a lot of brothers and sisters, as in countries, the lines that we have.
Right.
So Ghana was the place for us to come back. The energy here is very unique in the sense of it's like a really massive golden gateway for us all.
Golden Gateway.
Oh, yeah.
The Gold Coast. Golden
See,
Gateway.
even that too.
No. I was wondering if you even realized that what you said, Golden Gateway, having the fact that, number one, Ghana's a former Gold Coast, and Ghana is considered the gateway to Africa. So you just that Golden Gateway comment was so on point.
That's
Right,
it. So, I think we can create a process in one place, make sure it works, and then we replicate it everywhere. That's the idea of being in Ghana. We're here for multiple purposes. The main one that really connects to our core is our Exploring Legacy Foundation.
Okay.
Part of the awareness that became very clear for me is that the traumas that we carry, whether individually or collectively, there's a piece of it that's handed down ancestrally. So your mom and dad do certain things because their mom and dad used to do it, and it goes back and goes back and it goes back.
And it lands on you, and you carry that with you.
And there's certain level of healing or rites of passages that we can go through as individuals to release some of those things, to have new awarenesses, to have a much more impactful, purposeful life. We're creating this foundation to basically allow 18 to 25-year-olds, which is a very unique age in the sense that they're still planting a lot of seeds. There's a lot of
Physiologically,
awarenesses.
physically, in a whole bunch of ways, very unique age.
They need to physically touch this land. They need to physically, they don't need, they should.
Okay. And you're specifically talking about melanated people of African descent.
If they consider themselves African.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I think, I mean, they're coming from Jamaica, and that's one of the benefits of, we don't have tribes or ethnicities there. If you're Jamaican, you're Jamaican.
Right.
So you're going to see Caucasians there that consider themselves Jamaican, and so brothers and sisters. So if someone
Blew my mind the first time I saw a Chinese person open his mouth and speak pure patois from the
yes,
mountains.
bro, yeah,
Blew my mind. I was like, hey, what is this?
Yes. So in essence, we can say it's only for melanated people, but we are bigger than that in the sense.
Exactly.
And
Okay.
so if they classify themselves as African American, African, whatever the case may be,
If people identify with that experience and that,
Absolutely.
and that trauma and that
yes,
and that healing.
yes.
Okay.
So that's the idea. So we're bringing these individuals back for 10 days to go
Okay.
through a rite of passage, to have certain experiences,
Nice.
to stand in certain places, to connect with certain people and
Nice.
things, and to be able to integrate that powerfully and take it back wherever they go. Africa isn't for everyone. I don't think everyone should live here.
Gotcha.
I think it's a big world. We should be able to spread and go wherever we feel comfortable and confident.
I got you. Express yourself.
Yeah,
Express yourself.
Yeah. So
No, I get it. Okay, so and you found that you feel that Ghana is a good place to kind of start that. With
it
this
is.
Exploring
It is the
Legacy.
place.
Okay.
It is the
Okay.
place. It is the place.
So talk to me a little bit about how this works. People just apply. Once they apply, you approve them, and they get to come. Do they have to pay? Or how exactly?
Yeah. So going into 2022,
Okay.
our projection is to bring back 1,500 young adults.
Okay.
We're gonna break it up into zones and divisions. So
Okay.
America is considered one. Europe is considered the Caribbean.
Okay.
Obviously, the first set, we're still deciding where that's going to come from, but we're being led for them to come from Jamaica first.
Okay.
There's an application process online,
Okay.
and once they go through the application process, I think that ultimately this will be open for every single person who feels like they should go on this journey. But we're asking for more information about why they're looking to come. What is it that they would like to take away so we can integrate that into the process?
Now, what do you think? What do you anticipate the impact after people have taken this journey, right? Because you and your family have gotten something from being here and taking this journey, and it has obviously moved you in a way where you've decided that it's something that you feel like other people should do, right? To the point where you want to help facilitate that for other people. What do you see as the impact once people get some of that healing and they take this journey and they stand in those places where they feel that energy? Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so The experience will be different for everyone. As it was for me, it's totally different for my wife and my kids. Since then, we've brought back other friends and other people to go through the same process. It's been different for them as well. What's been generally the same and connected is Marcus Garvey always said, if you don't know your roots and where you're coming from, you really don't know you don't even know why you're here. So a sense of self, a self to realize that you're not an individual, you're actually a part of it all. A sense of groundedness, connectedness, and really knowing yourself. And that's what all the mystery schools ever taught about, is know thyself. But if you don't know your ancestral roots, you don't know the path they walked, you can get caught up in other people's plan for you and not your own plan.
I'm gonna stop you. I'm hopefully this don't sound too ignorant, right? A lot of what you're saying,
Yep.
very sincerely, other people sometimes get clowned about being woke, right? Because this whole idea of being woke, but you don't, you're from Jamaica, you don't have locks, and everybody think if you coming from Jamaica, right, you're going to have dreadlocks. You got on a nice blazer, you don't have on a dashiki or a whole bunch of beads around your neck, so how do people receive you, right? Because there is a typical stereotype look for somebody that's speaking the way you are, about energies, about frequencies, right? About ancestrals, about healing trauma. There's a look that the internet and people have created for somebody that talks that way. How are you received when you have these conversations with people? Are people like, they're like, this guy is kind of, or are they feeling it? Are they getting it?
Yeah, so again, when you're doing your work, you don't look for approval, or you don't look for what other people might think or feel. You're just being authentic. People can hear you. They can feel you. They can know if you're authentic or not. A lot of it is show. So, show the results. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't believe we were meant to live a life of desperation, of lack of abundance, and a life of just... That's actually, in my guidance, is actually sin. We're meant to be just like abundant. So whatever that looks like for you, it's okay. If it's a dashiki and whatever it is, then that's still fine. But everyone's an individual. Everyone's bringing a different energy. There's a new world that we're living in. There's a new awareness that's happening. So you got to know yourself.
Right. In order, I get it.
Okay.
How's your family? Are they happy to be on this journey? Is dad like, come on guys, are you kind of throwing the line and pulling them, or is everybody kind of like, is everybody as gung-ho as you? Because I have my two children are older now, but I remember when they were younger, it wasn't easy to get them to open their mind as much.
Yes, I mean, they've been traveling for a while now.
Okay.
So a big piece of this is schooling, education. Okay. So they have an online private school that they go to.
Okay.
Individual teachers for whatever subject. So we're not too worried about that part. The social integration piece, they're into tennis here. My son's into different activities. So they're getting a rounded access to different things that they probably wouldn't have gotten back in the US or in Jamaica. Now, I have teenage daughters.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's things in America or Jamaica that they want that they're not getting here necessarily.
Right.
Like, the Chick-fil-A's or whatever else they're doing,
naturally.
And then there's some friends too that they miss, or family members back home. But they get it. They understand it.
They value the experience. They're enjoying their time in Ghana as well.
They are. And what my wife always reminds me, and we discuss all the time, is we give them a toolbox, and all these experiences is just a tool in the box. Whenever they need it, maybe not now or 10 years from now, but when they need it, they'll be able to draw on whatever they need to get from it when they need to.
And obviously your wife is supportive. She's with you. It's a team. It's not just you, right?
Well, listen.
Now, hold on. Say the right thing. Say the right thing. Whatever the answer is, say the right thing.
Absolutely. Listen. If it was up to me, hey. Listen, I couldn't do anything without that lady.
Right. No, I understand.
Natalie, she's actually effective. Yeah.
I get it.
And
I get it.
actually, she's loving Ghana more than everyone else.
Wow.
It's scary.
Okay.
So she's really enjoying herself
enjoying
and enjoying herself. Yeah.
If you could give individuals who are coming to Ghana for whatever reason, because I realized that the reason that I thought I was coming here was different after I got here. So I've gone through kind of my own similar journey. What's one piece of advice that you would give people who see Ghana on the news and it's just like, I'm going to go back to Africa. I'm going to go get my akwaba, right? I'm going to go to get one solid piece of advice that you would offer individuals who are thinking, I want to live my life out and I want to live the rest of my years out in Ghana or any African country.
It can't just be one, but I'll mix it.
Okay.
You got to come without any expectations.
Okay.
And you have to be very clear on your purpose and why you're coming. And to tie that all in, it's not an easy place. But when you get familiar with some of the situations, the settings, and stuff like that, it could be okay. And depending on why you're coming. I don't know how much clearer I can go.
No, that's it. I mean, it's I'm
Yeah.
just asking for your piece of advice. So I
Yeah.
think the people who needed to receive that will receive that, the people
Yeah.
who are watching. As more diasporans come, as more people from Jamaica, as more people from the UK and from the US come here,
Yeah.
what is one piece of advice that you would give local Ghanaians about how we relate or how they relate to us when we come here?
Phew. So, and then just to finish what I was saying earlier,
Okay.
if you're going to come and try it out. Dip your foot in the water. See how it feels.
One foot at a time.
Yes,
Right?
before you fully commit. Before you fully commit. That would be what I would say for those looking to come. For fellow brothers and sisters here, they have their own traumas they got to heal. They have their own journey that they went through that is very similar to ours, but different. And a lot of the history and a lot of certain things that they honestly do not know and they don't remember. So they see us here, and again, let me not generalize. It's
Some people see us
they
here.
understand that we're here for Banku and Fufu, and we're just going to have fun, and we're going to, but there's a deeper purpose to why a lot of us are here. So we're home. Just give us that space to mourn where we need to mourn, connect where we need to connect, work with us with integrity. Because at the end of the day, when you trace it back, we're all brothers and sisters.
I couldn't have ended it any better than you have. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Diaspora Link. It's my guest, Mr. Ike Anderson of Exploring Legacy. We encourage you to check out the website, to look them up and check out and see exactly what it is that they're doing. We encourage you to share this with other individuals. And as the brother said, remember, we all have our own personal traumas. Let's make sure that we can heal ourselves so then that way we can help heal the brother and sister next to us.
Yep.
Ike, appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Respect.
Yes, I.
Aye. Yeah,
Peace
man.
out, y'all. Thanks so much for joining us. We want to thank you all so much for joining us again on Diaspora Link, here exclusively on Ghana Web TV. We want to thank our guest, Ike Anderson from Exploring Legacy, for sharing a part of his journey with us. And we'll end, as we do every episode, with some proverbial wisdom from our ancestors. However far a stream flows, it never forgets its origin. Thank you so much. We'll see you next episode on Diaspora Link. I'm your host, Diallo Sumbry.